Hello and welcome back to another episode of Drunkenness Room. Usually in the middle of something there. Hi, I'm your host, Trey.
Hi, Dre.
Hey, Erin. So, I have a small problem. My one good strapless bra has gone missing and I cannot find it. And it has got to be in here somewhere.
I mean, I don't have it.
I don't think it made its way down to Oklahoma, but it made its way to Mexico and back with me. And I have not been able to, I've had it back here since. I've worn it for the show, obviously. But the last 2 weeks, I cannot find it. It's driving me nuts because it's got to be here. It hasn't left the place. But anyway, that's my little dilemma for the day.
Did you look in, like, all the places that undergarments disappear when you're being naughty? Like the couch cushion and behind the headboard and the freezer?
The freezer. Yeah, actually, I have not searched the couch. That's actually a good idea. I'm always throwing my bras around because they're unnecessary in the house.
Right.
And so, yeah, since last year, or what? No, sorry, since 2019, since I quit my day job, I don't employ them very often unless I'm leaving or someone's coming over.
This vape is fucking crazy, man. Do you see this? It just like,
oh my god, it lights up, and it's, what is it? A cartoon?
It's Rick and Morty branded.
Oh, cool. And then do I see like bubbles bubbling up at the top there?
Yeah, and it goes through this whole cycle of colors and yeah.
That is cool. I might have to buy one just for the novelty of it.
It's tasty. What is this? What fucking flavor did I even buy? I don't even know. Lush Ice. Some kind of melon something.
Yeah, some of the names are not descriptive at all. Like, just tell me what it's going to taste like when I hit it. Thanks.
Right, so it's only 6% nicotine salt, right? And it's like 2,600 hits.
Nice. Can you recharge that, or?
Yeah, this one is rechargeable.
Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I bet that blinking wears it down.
It's got to. It's gonna get on my nerves, but it's tasty. So that's something. And it's a flavor other than tobacco flavored. I still have flavors, Dre.
That's good.
I mean, for now.
Yeah, I went to go buy some of these. I buy these carts, refillable carts. I buy them empty. They're plastic, wire, and a little bit of cotton. And I can't get them for my normal people anymore because I don't know if they're in a no-no state or what, but I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? It's empty. There's nothing in it. I just parts, and they can't sell them.
I wonder if I can get them here. Text me the stats on them, and I'll see if I can get them here.
I will, because yeah, I had to order them from somebody else, and it was not ideal.
Some killer edibles. These gummies that are 100 milligram gummies.
Nice.
They're amazing. Kicking my ass, but they're amazing. And this new weed, this strain has got like the worst name ever, right? But it's so good. So the strain is peanut butter breath.
Okay.
But it's a tasty indica. And it's going to put me in the couch.
Yeah, the peanut butter ones seem to be like really good. Luckily, they don't taste like peanut butter, but
thank God, I was a little concerned.
Yeah, I don't want that to taste like peanut butter. I want to smoke peanut butter.
The big drive for me with this was it was an $89 ounce.
Wow.
So like, what do you buy the shit?
Yeah.
And pray that it gets you high because it's $89 an ounce. It is what it is. Yeah, it's actually really good. It does look good. It's pretty leafy, sticky.
So here in Omaha, they lifted the mask mandate today, and about 50% of people are still wearing masks.
We're still seeing it here, right? So, and we're still seeing it. The mandates are lifted. Oklahoma, never had a statewide mandate anyway. right? We had some municipalities that put stuff. All of those have expired or been lifted. And the CDC has now said that if you're vaccinated, you don't need to wear a mask.
Not good enough for me, honestly.
I mean, so now we've got, and we still have people going, oh, no, you got to mask up.
Yeah,
Mask
and
up or prove that you got your vaccination. Motherfucker, fuck off.
yeah, I have never gone around showing my personal health information before. I'm not about to start now. Nobody asked me about any other communicable diseases at any other point in time. Why is this one fucking special?
Right. Have you gotten your flu vaccine? Where's your flu vaccine card? I don't know who's trying to call me right now, but whoever you are, this is a bad time.
I'm more curious about people's hygiene. Let's make sure nobody's got lice near me. That's going to affect me really quickly.
Oh, or ringworm?
Me.
What about
Oh,
ringworm?
how do you deal with that? I don't even know. All I know is I stayed away from the wrestlers.
Well, I mean, cats spread ringworm too. So, and it's a fungus. Yeah. It's a fungus. You use jacket spray. But I mean, fuck. I don't want it.
Right.
I don't want.
Yeah.
What about like? Why not just require people to show that they've had an HPV vaccine before any sex of any kind can happen? Right? Like, we don't do that because it would be a fucked up, stupid thing to do. Because people have a right to make consensual decisions about their own bodies and about who they choose to interact with without government interference or corporate interference.
Mm-hmm.
That's why this is also a bad idea. And I get that people are all pissed off about the comparisons to the Holocaust, but let me be clear. Papers, Please is still fucking Papers, Please. You are still creating a different class of citizens and making people prove this bullshit. And when I hear this from libertarians who believe that there is no such thing as an illegal person, they've thrown that all out the fucking window when it comes to a vaccine. Because if you don't have your vaccine, you're now an illegal person. Like, get over yourselves.
Wow, that sounds so liberty-minded.
Right? Right? Are they going to, like, what do you guys want to mandate next? Dre, we're going to get to the point that you can only buy a 3-inch dildo because some politician somewhere has got some ego problems and some insecurities and he doesn't want the competition. That's coming. Come on.
Oh my God. I'm just picturing this little suit.
Yeah, all you can buy is Jimmy Carter's little Willie. That's it.
What a fun world to live in. Yeah, I don't understand the people that are just like, oppress me harder, daddy government. Like, I just don't understand it.
Right, like, look, I'm into that shit, and that's gross. And this whole, the new normal. What will the new normal be? Fuck off with your new normal.
Yeah, this is not normal in any way. When I see little kids in masks outdoors, I consider that child abuse. That's not normal under any circumstance unless you're living in, I don't know, post-nuclear China or something.
I saw a motherfucker in Oklahoma on a motorcycle in flip-flops with no motherfucking helmet wearing a mask. Dude, like, part of me was hoping he would wreck just because he has it coming.
Maybe he just didn't want to get bugs on his mouth.
I mean, where fucking jeez, I just can't. And this bullshit about the new normal, number one, that is a fallacy. Normal is a fallacy. Normal is a cultural term that is constantly shifting. So every second there's a new normal, which really is just actual normal. There's no new normal. Here's what the new normal should be. As a breathing, living, sentient human being, I have these cool things called human rights. There are 37 of them. No government or individual shall ever violate them at any time. That would be a badass new normal. Let's do that.
I'm down.
Let's normalize that. You've seen all the memes, right? Let's normalize women carrying guns. Let's normalize vulnerability in men. Let's normalize mind your own fucking business, stay in your own goddamn lane, and leave everybody the fuck alone. Let's normalize that.
Right? We were trying to normalize that 2 years ago, and we're still chugging away at that. I'm still down. I'm still down for minding my own business. When I see those people in masks that I think are idiotic, you know what I do? I cringe and I go about my day. I don't mind get in their business, take it upon myself to get in their personal space and tell them what they should be doing with their body, let alone their face.
Right. At the same time, though, man, if they're going to keep coming at us that way, at some point,
that's the other thing.
And sticking a placebo sticker on that fucking mask is self-defense. I'm just saying.
That's a great idea. I've been seeing the last couple of days all this shit about be kind to people who are still masking. Where was that kindness for the last fucking year? Where? Right. For the people who do not mask or who refuse to mask for whatever personal fucking reason. Where was the kindness then?
Right. And look, you want to wear a mask, wear a mask. Just don't try to force me to. If you want to wear a purple muumuu, props to you. Don't try to force me to. Maybe unless it's a sex thing, babe. If you're watching, I might be down. Right? Whatever you want to do, as long as you're not violating anyone else's agency, then do that. But stop trying to force everybody else to do the thing that you think is the right thing to do. You don't get to do that. And look, I got news for you. As human beings, we have no ethical obligation to be right or to do the right thing or to do the kind thing. There's no moral obligation there.
Right.
It doesn't exist. I'm not morally obligated to any motherfucker on this planet except for me. Because at the end of the day, the only bitch I can't live without is me. Right? I don't have an obligation to do for. There are certainly things that I should not do. Right? There are things I should prevent myself from doing because they violate agency of someone else. But I'm not required to give anybody anything in any kind of support. I'm just not. I'm not.
I think a lot of people
are kids, right? You're required to do that for your kids, but you're not anymore. Now you can drop them off at a fire station. What was it? Idaho, Utah, one of those states didn't even put an age limit at it. People were dropping off troubled teenagers for like 2 years.
That's right. That was a while ago, right? And then they did put an age restriction on it because that was happening so often.
Right, because like I can drop off this asshole with no consequences. He's all yours, dude. Have fun. Fucker's stealing my meat.
Right.
That's what's happening. Somehow our society has shifted into this mindset of obligation. Right? Everybody is owed something. And we're all obligated to each other. We're not. Every one of us came into this world naked with nothing, and we're going to leave that way too.
Very true.
Everything in between.
Do you think that they get that in school? They're indoctrinated to believe that in school, that you must look out for your fellow man. You are responsible for your fellow man.
I mean, some of it's probably what, religious abuse of some sort. Some of it is some cultural abuse. Some of it is generational abuse. When we talk about generational curses that we hand down to our kids, these are the ones we should be talking about. These are the ones we should be talking about. The ones that steal their power and their agency by forcing them into some obligation to a system or people that they may not even want anything to do with. Like, do you? I don't understand why we're hearing so many libertarians supporting this shit. That's what I don't understand.
I was honestly shocked over the last year. Some of the things I saw libertarians coming out for and against. I'm like, wait, that's antithetical to our belief system and our principles.
Right, but
Like,
how many times have you heard we shouldn't talk about 2A because donors won't like it, or the media won't like it, or this group of voters who are never going to fucking vote for us because they don't believe the things we believe, they don't like it. We hear that, right? We heard about the abortion plank. You heard about 2A. You heard about the sex workers plank. We heard about ending the war on drugs, legalizing all of the things. We heard about people, borders, right? Bordertarians. We heard about property. We heard about everything. We have got, for some reason, somehow, the factionalism and all of the bullshit that's driving it, we have overcomplicated a very simple concept. Liberty is inherently simple,
I agree.
right? And we're overcomplicating this. The libertarian solution to any situation, including COVID, including STDs, including nuclear holocaust, including all of it, is whatever answer solves the problem without the use of government. Period. Every time. That is the libertarian answer. This is not rocket science. This is easier than sex. And there are some dumb motherfuckers procreating. I'm just saying.
Yeah, unfortunately.
This is not hard, right? I don't get it. Like, we all grow, right, on our path. We all go through all of those phases, but the basic concepts, the basic precepts of human rights, this should not be a foreign concept to any living human being over 12.
You know, I have someone in my mind who's not in the liberty movement, who I know personally, who unfortunately I considered very intelligent until recently. And I've realized that she knows almost nothing about rights, the government, liberty, any of it. And I'm just like, wow, okay. Gotcha.
There's all kinds of different smart, right? Like,
Yes.
what's the whole thing about Einstein being dyslexic or whatever, right? There's all kinds of different smart, and we all have different strengths and weaknesses. But my body is my body, and what I do with it is my business, unless I'm doing something with you as well. Period. Right. Every time. Where I take
stuff, I was shocked to find that she didn't grasp. You know, and I think that unfortunately there's a lot of people out there, they only read headlines or they only read certain sources and they just take it all in as fact, and they're just like, okay, this sounds good, I'll go with it. And then that's like their narrative path, and they don't realize that there's other offshoots to that. Like, they could be reading other sources, they could be watching other people, they could be doing other things or research, and they're fine with this source path, and they never deviate.
But here's the thing, some of them are doing other research. When you're looking for biased research, right?
And that's the other leg of it. Yeah, just doing your.
I'll get my news from Fox and maybe MSNBC, but not CNN. Right? That's what it is. It's about limiting sources. Clearly, teachers aren't teaching students how to write a proper research paper anymore.
No, I've heard they are exiling certain sources. You can't use this source. You can't use that source. And these are credited sources. Like, sometimes it's the Wall Street Journal. Sometimes it's a book that's been around for, hundreds of years or something. And you're like, but that's a source that you should be able to source from. You're not saying it's right or wrong. You're saying, here's the information and here's where I found it. This is what this person said, and here's how it equates in this paper to my, idea here. And that to me is crazy.
Well, yeah, and you look at our society, a society that has come so far as shedding light on things and discussing things and talking about things that just you weren't supposed to talk about, right? Domestic violence, child sexual abuse, sex trafficking, GSM issues, addiction, recovery, right? We're talking about all of this stuff. We're talking about men's mental health. We're talking about 22 a day. We're talking about all of this kind of important shit. But when it comes to civil rights and personal rights, and you just shouldn't talk about that. Right? Those are the things we shouldn't talk about because you're going to trigger somebody. Listen, I have PTSD. I had a rough go of it when I was enlisted. Shit was heavy, right? So I have PTSD. My triggers are my fucking responsibility. So I don't go watch war movies because I know it's going to make me uncomfortable. It's not your responsibility, right? I'm not out petitioning to eliminate war movies. I'm not moving to have Saving Private Ryan destroyed and wiped from the planet because it might trigger me. I'm not going to the fucking movie.
And that's what reasonable people do in a free society. You have the option, you have the liberty, the freedom to choose to watch or to not watch certain media. And you should exercise that right and not try and
listen, Jerry, I said that, right? Here's what I hear. Well, then we just can't go anywhere. We have all of these issues and all of these things will trigger this individual. So what are they supposed to do? Just be resigned to their house? Listen, if that many things are triggering you, get some mental health help.
Please.
That is your responsibility. If that many things are triggering you, there is help for you. We will help you find a program or a therapist. Reach out. There are resources.
We know a guy.
Right? But get some help because again, that's on you. That's on you. If you can't function, it's on you to fix it. And for fuck's sake, stop blaming your parents for every goddamn thing. By the time you're 16, you motherfuckers have seen how other people live. You have been to other people's houses. You have experienced new things. Half of you were knocked up. For fuck's sake, stop blaming your parents for your bullshit. By the time you started being able to make decisions for yourself, it's all on you after that. All of it.
Yep.
Holy shit. I'm so sick of that. Trey, I can't go anywhere and I can't work because my mom, she never would get us name brand Kraft mac and cheese. We had to eat that mac and cheese in the white box that said mac and cheese in black letters, and I am traumatized, and it is her fault. And so I can't go to work, and somebody should pay me.
God, I want to go find these parents and be like, let's go have a beer. I'm sorry your kid's an asshole.
Right?
They're bad life choices.
I can't believe the shit I hear. You not believe the shit I hear. Now, look, and right now with all the employee shortages, are you seeing this? Employers posting everywhere they can't find employees, they can't find employees, they can't find employees. And I'm watching libertarians land on the wrong side of this one too.
Yep. I've seen it too. And I'm like, how are you getting this wrong? This of all things, there are jobs to be had, able bodies to take them up, and you're saying it's okay for them to sit on their ass and collect our stolen tax dollars.
Well, and here's the thing, though. The way to combat that, no, clearly it's not okay, right? But the way to combat that is to say all of these businesses are going to go out of business. All of these services that you want provided are not going to be provided because the government is picking winners and losers again. Because that's the long and the short of it.
I keep seeing people say, well, you're not paying enough, because I see other libertarian entrepreneurs.
You know what? That's bullshit. John just posted. He has been trying to hire somebody at $23 an hour, $25 an hour for months and months and months. And we post on ZipRecruiter. He posted on, and it's everywhere.
Unbelievable. And that's not good. He should pay more. Why can't he afford to pay more? He must not be running his business very well.
Right.
Like, these are the arguments I see, and I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. You put your money, your hard work, your blood, sweat, and tears on the line, and let's hear how much, you know what I mean? Most people who employ people, that's where their heart is in their business. That's who they care about, other than their customers and who they serve, whatever. They care about the people that they employ because they feel responsible for them.
Yep. Well, look, we hear the same bitches
To
about.
villainize them just makes me sick.
We hear the same bitches about corporations from the left, right? Corporations should be stripped of all their power, whatever. And look, when government and corporations get in bed, that's dirty. Absolutely. Right? That's crony corporatism, crony government. That's absolutely dirty. But corporations in and of themselves are not dirty. And for somebody to say Bill Gates should give up a bunch of his money or Steve Jobs should give up a bunch of his money because some other motherfucker who didn't work as hard, who didn't take 100% of the risk, who didn't mortgage their house, eat ramen for 6 years, work out of a shitty ass fucking garage, take all the risk, carry all the responsibility, should get what this guy did. God damn it, y'all are lazy. It's not his fault. He's smarter than you. It's not his fault. He did his homework while you were getting high. Not his fault.
You know, I see it's just so much wealth jealousy. It's wealth and opportunity and success jealousy. Like, I'm sorry that you didn't have the good idea, that you didn't get off your ass and you didn't go and chase something. But this person did, and they are doing their damnedest to keep as many people as they can employed, continue putting out a product or service that they believe in, and they're not getting handouts from the government. They're the good guy. You're the bad.
Maybe live a comfortable life because they took 100% of the risk. And at some point, they should get at least 60% of the reward. Maybe.
They should get as much of the reward as they want to take. It's their goddamn baby.
Yep, it is. And if it goes, they go bankrupt, it's on them. Nobody else is risking having their assets seized. None of those employers are going to worry about the IRS coming and taking their car because the Bill Gates went bankrupt. That's not going to happen. Right? When Willie Nelson was going through bankruptcy, his roadies still got paid. He didn't.
That's what you do when you're the top guy, you know? And I'm sure he was happy to not take what he could give to somebody else.
There wasn't anything left, right? Those roadies get to file a judgment against him because it's going through bankruptcy. The court is taking that money and making sure they get paid.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. No, those people are all still getting paid. You know who didn't get paid? That piano company that Donald Trump ordered all those pianos from. They spent like 2 years doing nothing but those pianos, and then he didn't pay for them. They didn't get paid.
I didn't hear anything about piano.
Yeah. Yeah, he was dirty. Biden's not any cleaner. I wouldn't have left my 14-year-old daughter alone with either one of them. They're both like creepy.
Oh, yeah.
One sniffs and one grabs. I mean, would you rather be sniffed or grabbed, right?
Keep me away from all those slimy motherfuckers, especially the younger Biden, Hunter. Like, gross.
Oh my God.
Who sets up multiple cameras to walk around and film yourself jerking off in front of somebody? Like, what is that?
Look, now I might do that. It could have just been a cool kink.
But I mean, like, he was just walking around like, oh yeah, I gotta pull the blinds. So have you heard about, he's talking to this girl about some random thing. I don't remember. And then he's holding one camera. He's got another camera set up somewhere else. And he's just walking around nonchalantly, like he's scratching himself.
Yeah, but man, it could have been a role play. Maybe she was into that. Maybe she's all about exhibitionism. I mean, And just because somebody has some measure of celebrity, God damn, I hate fucking saying Hunter Biden has celebrity. But just because somebody has some measure of celebrity doesn't mean they don't still get to enjoy their life and do whatever works for them as long as it's consensual. As long as they're not harming anybody else. Who did he harm walking around jacking off?
Well, that time I believe it was a paid sex worker of age, which is fine, great. She was an adult. I have more of a problem with the underage female, that he is related to, that he was seen naked with in videos.
That's gross.
That I have a huge problem with. That is
That's
not
what to hang him on.
I have hangups on that. I don't know.
That's the one to hang him on. Yeah, that's nasty. That's just nasty. I mean, there's a lot of nasty shit out there. That's about the nastiest.
Yep. Just adults and adults. Can that just be the one sex rule that we have?
I mean, I think communities should have wood chippers, community wood chippers.
Yep.
I'm all about it. I mean, look, I get all the libertarian arguments against age of consent, right? This arbitrary number pulled out of the air. Get it, hear you, recognize it. Absolutely correct. Agree with it 100%. Here's the thing. There is nothing else that exists that does not, in a much more grievous way, violate rights of everyone involved and fail to protect the most vulnerable among us. No other such system exists. And until one does, age of consent, as imperfect as it is, and I agree that it is the best that we have.
Yep. When we come up with something better, I'll be open to hearing it. But this is all we got right now. Can we just leave the kids alone?
Yep.
It's hard enough to grow up and, be a somewhat well-balanced person, let alone throw in abuse.
Well, so Maggie, I don't know if you and I would agree at 18. I might choose a different arbitrary number there. But I do think if you're going to say that this is the age of consent to potentially procreate, it should also be the age of consent to do any other goddamn thing you want. Get a tattoo, smoke a cigarette, get a drink, enlist, buy a house, get a credit card, all that shit. Yeah, I'm down. I'm down for pedophiles. Yep, down.
Creative castration. I love it. I don't know. That is hard because 18-year-olds can obviously have a baby. They can take out hundreds of thousands of dollars in loans for education or indoctrination, as we would say, but they can't take out a loan for $100,000 home. So
a hotel room. Or
it's weird. And I don't know if an 18-year-old has the capacity. No, they don't have the credit capacity.
If they don't have the capacity to make those decisions, and they don't have the capacity to make the decision about whether or not they're ready to have sex. I mean, if we are literally saying at 16, you can look, there are a couple of states and there are a couple of different documentaries out floating around about them. One was Arkansas. I think the other one, I don't want to piss off any state and say their state wrong. I know one was Arkansas. One of them might have been Missouri, that had these crazy, stupid, low age of consent laws, like 12 and 14. And mothers were selling their daughters off to these older men and signing the consent.
Oh my God.
Right. So we have to look at that too, instead of just saying, well, maybe parents should decide, and that should be because I've heard that argument too. So how does that further or better protect the most vulnerable among us? It doesn't. But yeah, if we're going to say 16 is consentable for sex, then 16 should be consentable to vote and to buy a beer, to get a house, to be done with school, maybe just get a job. And for a long time, it used to be, and Larry Sharp, when he was running, was talking about maybe consolidating the last 2 years of high school, right? And teachers will tell you, principals will tell you, there are a couple of years in high school that are just no big deal years. You don't do anything. They don't really count. Senior year would be one of them. If you
That is
knock
a
that,
failure of the education system for not jam packing as much information into those 4 fucking years as they can. How about some more civics, folks? How about a couple more civics classes? Can we put those on the books?
well, or you know what, shave those classes and let these kids go ahead and get a decent vocational education. Let them spend 2 years getting an associate's degree as part of that schooling. Let them spend 2 years, junior and senior year. You can complete a nursing program at Votech, or welding, or masonry, carpentry, any of that shit.
I
Let
know
them take
some
the
of
last
those
2 years
schools
and get a job.
some of the high schools actually let you put credits towards those kinds of things. It just depends on if they have that, if they count, I guess, in the same area as the schools in the area. Like if the course is the same level, they'll, one of the schools that Alex looked at, her junior year, was talking about if you took a certain amount of classes there, you would graduate with an associate's degree. There was only a couple things, like one of them was like catering or something in the food service.
Yeah.
But I mean, to graduate high school with that would be amazing at 18, to have 2 pieces of paper in your hand.
Look, you would think, but those classes are underutilized. They're offered here. You can do concurrent enrollment, graduate, finish your senior year, walk with your class, graduate with your class, and get your LPN.
That'd be amazing.
It starts you at about $32 an hour.
Wow.
The classes are under enrolled. They have this, yeah. The kids are not going, because why? Why should they have to? The government's going to give them money, Dre. Right? That's what government does. Government is a stealer of hopes and dreams. That is the function of government, to steal hopes and dreams. And the fastest way to do that is to make a society dependent on you, to eliminate hopes and dreams. That's what they do. And that's what the libertarian movement is about restoring those hopes and dreams, giving people an opportunity to believe in themselves and each other and something again. That's what it's about. This is not stupid complicated. But you tell people this government that is responsible for every atrocity that humankind has ever known, right? One government or another. You tell people these are bad institutions and they go, what? No.
But it's my safety net. They're there to look out for me.
When's the last time government looked out for you, Mama?
It's always looking in the wrong way, in the wrong places, in the wrong time.
Yeah, I'm still in the middle of that audit.
Holy shit, really?
Yep.
How long is this going to fucking take?
I don't know. We shall see. We should start a pool. We should start a betting pool on our page.
So when did it start?
February of 2019.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, February 2020. 2020. Because it was 2019's taxes. No, it was when I filed 2019's taxes. So February of 2020.
Oh my God. So it's already been over a year. I thought they were supposed to wrap that shit up quickly. What happened to your rights here? Your expert rights?
Girl, so I get assigned a taxpayer advocate. They work on the first issue. So the IRS says, okay, you've solved this issue and we've allowed this and we've allowed this and we've allowed this. But even though you got divorced in 2018, you need to file as married, filing jointly or separately, or send us a copy of your divorce decree. But we're allowing everything else. All right, so I send the copy of the divorce decree, but there's nobody there because COVID. So the next thing I hear from them is a letter of deficiency, and I owe them money now. And if I don't want to pay them this money, then I'm going to owe them, even though I make less than $20,000 a year, right? I have to go to tax court. So to file in tax court, I've got to get the forms, and fill that all out and pay a $60 filing fee and pay $65 to ship it to make sure that everything goes through, right? So you do that. And then I get a letter from them going, oops, our bad. Your information was sent in time. However, these other things that we did allow, we're not going to allow those because you didn't send us proof of those. Well, they never asked for them, and they told me that they were allowed. Oh, and we can't extend your time frame on tax court. So if you don't go to tax court and you continue working with us to send this stuff in, well, then if we decide that to rule against you, you have no remedy.
So they're working with you over here, but you also have to go to court over here.
Well, yeah, because they might not really be working with you over here. And so I called Taxpayer Advocate back, and they have closed my case in the middle of an audit.
Are you? Did they? What?
They thought it was settled because they thought it was settled, and they are a branch of the IRS.
They all suck at their jobs so bad. If they're like, I used to laugh when my dad, because my dad was in the military for so long. He constantly talked about the, government red tape and the bureaucracy, and I would just kind of laugh it off. And I forgot where I was going. Oh, they all suck at their jobs, and they can because their job's not going anywhere. They're just going to create more jobs. If you suck at your job, they'll just put another person in there to safeguard. It's all about admin.
Well, and look, the people who push back, the people who speak up, the people who say, hey, I'm not sure this is the right way to do this, or hey, I think this thing might be wrong or morally objectionable, or why are we bombing brown children in Syria, or why are we, right? Those people lose their jobs. Those people are marked as crazy. They discharge them under mental illness. They do all kinds of shit.
Oh, yeah, I forgot there's one way to lose your job in the government is to question it.
It's the only way.
You suck at your job, be completely ineffectual, actually have a negative effect and cost money. That's all fine.
Right.
Your pension's coming. Don't worry about it. But you question us, we'll find a way to drum you out.
Very quickly. There was a case here in the States. I think it was at Fort Leonard Wood. And a female soldier, she's like an E4, maybe E3, E4, gets pregnant because she's raped by her married male E7 sergeant, and she reports it. And he says this never happened. Well, she's pregnant. So they're going to go in and pull an amniotic sample. They can DNA test this right now. And on her way to the clinic is walking there from the barracks, gets run down by a car. Dead.
Oh my God. Please tell me they still did the test.
Well, they did the test, but it doesn't matter. Nobody knows. She can't testify and say that it's rape. He's saying it was consensual. She's dead.
It was rape.
Yeah, but the jury hasn't gotten a chance to hear it from her.
God damn it.
Nobody got a chance to cross-examine her, right? She's dead. Nobody knows anything about the car. Nobody saw anything on a crowded military base in the daytime. Nobody saw anything.
Oh, it was on base the accident happened?
On base.
That's not suspect at all.
No, not at all.
They don't make movies about this kind of thing ad nauseum or anything.
Right. Tailhook didn't happen. We don't all remember that shit. Sorry, Navy guys. That was skeezy. I mean, yeah. This is the shit that happens. This is the shit government is good at, right? Government is good at death. Government's great at death. Right?
Death, cover up.
Rape, abuse, creating poverty, creating desperation. That's what government is good at. And somehow people want more of that. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. We're not the same, guys. We're not. Me and Aaron aren't the same as you. If you
Nope.
want more.
Nope. This is why so many libertarians have tragic boating accidents. Didn't I see something about it being tragic boating accident week?
Mm-hmm.
Boating week?
We should get T-shirts. New T-shirt idea.
Hit me.
Boating accident. Tragic boating accident week.
Yep. Tragic boating accident week. We need them.
I survived the tragic boating accident week of 2021.
And maybe we should get T-shirts that say "Exercise Creative Castration."
I like it.
That would be fun.
When our producer gets back to his PC, we'll flash our red bubble.
Yeah, that would be good.
But yeah, definitely. Okay, so I got to write those two things down. We've got the boating accident and we've got the castration.
Yep, that'll be fun. That would be fun.
Creative castration.
Trey, we should run a contest. We should run a viewer contest for a new T-shirt idea.
Absolutely.
And whatever T-shirt idea we pick, we'll put it on a T-shirt, and you'll be able to find it in the store and tell all your friends that you designed that T-shirt.
Absolutely. Yes, I'm totally on board.
That would be good. Please remember, this is D&D. This is Drunk and Disorderly. Don't bring us some cutesy kitten shit. Unless it's a kitten with an AK and a big fat doobie in its mouth.
We'll print that shirt.
That we will print. That we will print. And I'm still looking for somebody to draw me a caricature of Alex Jones in stilettos, fishnets, and bondage, please. Preferably with a ball gag in his mouth. Because we need that shirt, and I really need that tattoo. Desperately need that tattoo.
That's going to be a painful one.
I mean, I am here for this. I'm all about it.
I mean, we haven't talked about this for a couple of years.
Right, we haven't talked about tattoos, but yeah, I will get them. So the deal is, the donation has to be 500 or more, and you pay for the artwork. So 500 or more donation, you pay for the artwork. I will get an Alex Jones tattoo on my body.
I had initially said or me.
Well, I'm not going to commit for you. I will commit for me.
Right. So I guess I don't know if $500 plus the cost of the tattoo will get it for me. But again, but mine is going to be on my ass cheek, so like nobody's going to see it but John, and I don't really think he would. I don't know. He might care. He might not want to look at that shit forever.
Put a Band-Aid over it. Leave a handprint over it. It'll be fine. We got to set your price, though.
Yeah, we got to set a price. All right. You know what? Fuck it. I'll say 500 too, just because I don't think we'll get it. If you want to donate $500 to D&D plus the price of the tattoo, I'll get a little Alex Jones on my ass.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. Let's see what we get. We've been saying it for 2 years. Nobody's taken us up on it yet. You know, one of these days somebody has, and we're going to be like, fuck. But we'll do it.
Hell, I'll even film getting it. I mean, you're not going to get any nudity, but you know, you'll get the experience.
John says, babe, we need to talk about that. Babe,
I saw that.
You can dress him up.
Oh, God. Oh, all right. I think this is as good a place as any to end the show tonight. How about you?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully we'll have some guests on for you soon. If you have any suggestions or if you'd like to be on the show, hit us up. We always tell you guys that. Nobody hits us up. So
yeah, our DMs are getting empty.
Lonely town over here.
Dre's lonely.
But anyway, we will see you next week. Hopefully we will have a guest. Maybe actually, I'm in the talks with somebody, so we'll see.
We'll see.
All right. Have a good night.